I need to meditate with the bunny on my state. I'm finna give it a good shot, my case. She want the Mew Mew, she want the EJ. How much it cost me? Thinking I missed, baby, is a mistake.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's our visiting team and our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His team in the middle of a good run, 4-2 over their last 6 games. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His squad, the designated home team, here in the German capital. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from the German capital. He'll grab it at the 12. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. 15-yard pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the On a scrimmage, and that's all. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On third down, they'll set up to throw. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds.
26-yard line.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in
first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Storm Duck. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense going to take over now for the second time. They are obviously still smarting from that pick six a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Ooh, and he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down. 2 first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll run on 2nd down. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. And this one is recovered by the defense. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. The throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
1st and 10 at
7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll work his way down to about the 41.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going, short game. And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL. And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. This team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. In motion, it's Robinson. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself. Whoa! Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
A run on 1st and goal. The flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Now it is 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And that won't help a great deal. Just a short gain there. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll throw out of the gun. There he goes again. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Taking off. He'll try to get there.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could. but he's still going to end up being short for first down.
Some extra bulk out there. They're going to roll the dice and go for it on 4th and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So now this team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Moving to his left.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run option left to the short side of the field. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. This team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Result is a 1st down.
They'll try and run right on the option. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. In motion, it's Robinson. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. of the gun. He'll throw. Out to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. So now this team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thank you. The rain, as you see, still coming down in sheets. We'll see how the coaching staffs adjust to the weather here in the second half. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. This team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a give on the ground. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. So now this team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Low-scoring game, all time, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll run on 2nd down. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. He'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They bring their tight end right. To the air now on 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
Down at the 39-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. Result is a 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the jet sweep. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's to the 15. And he'll be taken down. It's a big one right there. 47 yards.
Results in a 1st down.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down. Raheem Morris now will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the visitors will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This team's offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. And it'll be a pickup of so third down forthcoming. We'll try to pick this up with a pop pass. Oh, great job anticipating the play. Running it down for no gain. So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. On second down, they run the counter. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They motion a receiver right. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. Oh, he's trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. This team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
He's going to keep this, looking to do it on his own. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up, and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. Now, faking the give. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and a yard. 4th quarter begins on the ground. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Here's 1st and 10. An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Here's a designed run. Pickup of 14 on that one. And that will be a 1st down. one off. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. Motion man is the tight end going right. They'll stick with him again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So now this team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's a handoff. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're all set to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That one hauled in. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. This team's offense getting set to get back to work. Receiver in motion, headed left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll look to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. This one tapped forward on the pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. In motion, it's Robinson. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Throw on the move is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. Going to need a big play now, third down and long. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Wilson. And he is out of bounds. They have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's 1st and 10. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 10. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So now this team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's to Robinson. He's got it. 2nd down, 8 for the first down. Open man is Robinson. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. Here we go. This is 4th down. In motion, it's Robinson. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So the handshake's down on the field following a good win here. And with an open date on the schedule next week, they'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson. And our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The crowd loved it. Not ready to go home just yet. What a night. As we say, so long from Berlin.